The next page of our art journal is this Surreal collage from magazine cutouts. Take a look at this fantasy-like page I created where cats and food are floating in outer space. It's pretty crazy, and you can make one of your own. So let's get started. You're going to need your mixed media sketchbook, and I'm ready to go with a blank page. And I'll kind of explain materials as we go because we're using so many here. I've gone ahead and put some really vibrant watercolor from my tube here onto a palette. And then I'm just gonna brush over my page in huge swipes. And if you look at this brush I'm using, it's really bristly. And that's not normal for watercoloring, but we wanna get a really crazy outer space, lots going on texture. And you can see up here at the top, I'm really getting some brushiness going on. And so you would wanna do that for your entire page. Here we go. Now, we're ready to add some planets. So I'm using some oil pastels. So let's make a green planet. And you want to push down a little bit to get it a little bit darker on our dark background. You can add some rings for your planet with this yellow. We're kind of using some of our perspective skills here. We can make that look. And you can add some craters. Then we're gonna take some magazines, and I've gone ahead and done so, and we're gonna cut out some crazy images. For this one, I'm using some kids, some dogs, cats, whatever you want. And to adhere them to your page, we're going to use a glue stick. So I'm gonna work on a scrap piece of board here to put glue so that it covers your entire magazine image. And I want to mention that I use some really small scissors to cut out my images so they're nice and crisp. So we'll put this piece of, or this floating hamburger, and I'm going to add a dog. And I'll tell you what I think he's thinking in a minute. But surrealism just means fantasy or dreamlike. So anything that you want to include in your artwork that's kind of a crazy idea, you can. So this guy's gonna be thinking, vote for hamburgers. All right, now let's turn the page. I've been working on this one, and you can see, oops, here's some more planets. Now I'm ready. Okay, so this one, I've got a lot going on here. And you can, once you get your shapes in, then you can start highlighting areas, as well as you can use some gel pens. These have extra sparkle in them. And they're gonna come out kind of transparent, but when you put them on in tiny circles, it makes some gold areas that are really sparkly. And I've been working on some right here, and you can see when the light hits that, it's really sparkly and cool looking. So those are just some ways that you can make your galaxy all the more fantasy-like.